Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to Occult Cat TV. I'm your host, Cool Cat, as well you can call me Atanu or O'Shea. So, let's get into the video. Lately, under this full moon in Scorpio that's been the past few days, the energies will linger a few more days. I felt that I fully stepped into my Daemon. I feel that I am starting to understand what the Daemon is and know what it is. So this video is going to be titled Awakening the Daemon, entering into the gates of your true self, entering into your true self. So let's get with it. I just have a little bit of notes. Stepping into the demonic self, your greatest version. The demonic self is the master self. It is you at your core. It is you at your truth and who you're meant to be and as well become. So the Daemon in this holographic reality and matrix, we live in a holographic reality and matrix. We live in an illusion, a Maya. It's all based off how you see it. Before we started getting things such as computers, technology, they actually were talking about in the simulation theory, a book written in the 1800s, that the universe is holographic, it is digital. Now imagine being back in the 1800s trying to say to someone, oh, hey, dude, I just discovered the universe is holographic, it is digital, we live in a matrix. They would be, uh, bro, my buggy, my horse died. We still don't have the steam engine. What the fuck are you talking about holographics, systems and shit like that, bro? Like, you sound like a witch. We might have to burn you, right? So now that we've had all of these things created, like video games, computers, phones, these things to express psychic ability, being able to commune with another being, another person on the other side of the planet, on the other side of the world. Um, that's your psychic abilities. You can commune with anyone psychically if you are attuned to that and you've dissolved the blockages. And then as well, there's the iPhone, right? The iPhone. Where was it invented? In the imagination. Steve Jobs first saw it on an acid trip, or the blueprints that would lead to it on an acid trip. And what realm do we tap into when we're on acid? The realm of imagination. So he was drawing down something that already exists. As he was drawing that down, as he was channeling that, he had to channel it through his mind and bring it into reality. There's so many ideas, thoughts, imaginations that we have, but are we able to act on them? Are we actually able to bring them into our reality and bring them into fruition? Why is it the iPhone was created in 2004, but it wasn't created in the 1800s when we had simulation theory already being written? Because it had to be channeled through the person. They had to bring it into fruition, just like the wheel, just like, in a sense, fire, creating fire, using elements around us to create a substance for us to evolve and grow. So this is as well what the Daemon is. The Daemon is what's giving us that intelligence, that insight. The Daemon also, if we look at the word genie and genius, right? What is a genius? A really intelligent person that knows everything, that knows a lot. What is a genie? What is a jinn, right? A really in a really a spirit that is able to grant wishes, that is able to manifest and create, right? So when we look at genius and jinn, we can see the correlations. So a genius is a jinn. A jinn is a genius. When you've tapped into your own jinn, your own genius, your own genie, You become a genius. You become a knower, a seer, a doer. All from tapping into that energy that is dormant within. So we must tap into the dark matter, right? The dormant aspects of our DNA and of our brain. When we're doing this, we're tapping into our daemon. When we tap into the dark matter and we start to transmute and use that through us, we're using the abilities of the daemon. We're embracing our demonic awakening. Does this doesn't mean it doesn't come without pain, right? Because it takes pain, it takes realizations of who we are and of our suffering and what we've been through in order to understand why we went through that journey so that we can become our daemon. Because if we didn't embrace the pain, if we didn't go through those trials, those tribulations, endless death and rebirth until we dissolved our sense of self, our ego, to the point where the daemon can come to fruition. When we're awakening our daemon, our ego starts to die. The ego, the false self, the false matrix within us. The ego is attached to the body, right? So whatever the body is, the ego is and believes and perceives itself to be. So as the daemon starts to enter in, as we start to integrate our daemon through meditation, rituals, walking the Sephiroth and Cliffoth, this starts to cause discomfort to our ego because it sees that there's a presence within us that is more real than it, that is more true than it. So what it starts to do is try to suppress that force by telling you, no, you are this. You are O'Shea. You work this job. You are this person. You are nothing, right? Sometimes the ego will be programmed in this way because of either society, parents, how we choose to perceive ourselves. Again, another programming by society. Because if you look at kids don't judge, they don't hate, they're not racist, right? So there's a lot of these societal conditionings that we've taken on, like adults. Depression isn't real. It's an illusion that was created by people to perpetuate a feeling, right? If you notice someone in a depressed state that doesn't have food, doesn't have water, foundation, they sure can't be depressed, right? Just like lounging around doing nothing. No, they get up and they start to do things, right? It's the same with us. It's natural human behavior, human being. When we are threatened, we're going to want to get up and rise and grow and become our greatest version to fight that fight. But now because of the way society is, everyone's just a fucking pussy. Everyone literally just like at home, laying on their fucking couch on their iPhone, endlessly scrolling TikTok, talking about how the world is fucking shit. Right? Because we're not threatened by fucking cougars and bears. Oh, I wish I was threatened by cougar. Right. But we're not threatened by cougars and bears, right? So we don't have these things outside of us as much pushing us. So that turns into depression, that turns into stagnation. The moment you start to stagnate, you believe that's your reality. Oh, I'm doing nothing, so I will never do anything ever. That's the ego. Not everyone's ego, right? But that's what the ego will try to get you to perceive and believe so that you don't push forward, so that you don't move forward through the ego and take on your truths and embody your truths and become your truths, because then the ego serves no purpose. It is not controlling you anymore. You are controlling it. This is what the daemon does. It gets the ego into shape. There's the ego as well. We can create a spiritual ego, but you know that you're not doing this because you're embracing the path of the daemon and you're walking it to uncover epiphanies, right? And these epiphanies will show you truth. And when you continue to follow that path, you follow that epiphany, that truth, what it showed you, you are now choosing to step into and enter into your daemon, awakening your daemon. All from walking your path and doing the things that you're meant to do. It's not from one ritual or the ritual of a Brahmalin or that you will awaken your daemon, that you will become your daemon, but it's over time. It's through doing the right things to unlock and awaken your daemon, to listen to what you're being told. Maybe you hear, I should do this ritual today. Do that ritual. That might lead, you never know, that might lead to a piece or a glimpse of your daemon, and then you did that ritual right. You take it with you and you run with it. And then you continue until at some point you go through endless death and rebirth till these cessations stop. They reside, they dissolve. And then from them dissolving, you step into and embody and enter into your daemon. You become your daemon. And you've now became your daemon, not from doing anything really outside of yourself, but from doing all the right things within to lead you back to that voice that is always whispering to you. To at some point you embody that voice and you are speaking from your daemon. You are speaking from your greatest self, your greatest version. And you're putting this in your writings. You're making maybe you're making videos, maybe you have a business, right? So it's about using this now awakened daemon, your greatest version, your daemonic self. It's from awakening it, right, that we now step into it. So it showed us things, right? It told us things to do. Maybe you do a ritual every day at this time, or you do it at here, or you chant this word that it gave you, or you chant the name of your daemon, or look into the seal or the sigil of your daemon. And the more that you do this, it's just like working with Lucifer. You start to take on and embody, just as you'd invoke Lucifer, you're now invoking your daemon. Once you attune yourself to your daemon and you have that, as well, I made a video on vampirism. It's about you can use your vampirism and as well the deities, the abilities of your daemon and these deities to now grow your source. So instead of becoming Lucifer, you're using Lucifer's energy to fund and fuel your source. At some point along your journey, if you have finished your Clifothic initiations, you will gain a Luciferic crown, the crown of Lucifer, the crown of Thamael. And what this means is that you are now a Lucifer. You are a Lucifer incarnate. You hold the title of Lucifer. You are not Lucifer. You hold the title of him. And through holding the title, you have the abilities of Lucifer. You are able to command the demons. But the thing is, Lucifer's energies and the Clifothic energies, the infernal divine, is now feeding your daemon. And that's all from you choosing to go about the path, to walk your path, fulfill your purpose, become your greatest version. And it's all by embracing your destiny. So guys, with that, follow the path, follow your true will and your purpose. Become who you're meant to become. Follow the visions, the voices, and embrace the journey. With that, guys, I hope you stay studying, stay meditating, stay hydrated, continue with your rituals. And remember, we're doing all of this to become our greatest version, to master ourselves, allowing us to master this reality in wealth, economics, art, magic, the occult, in any industry or sector you desire. What you do is take your daemon, embody your daemon, and as a gun, right? Focus on that industry, that sector, the thing that you desire to rise into, and fully go into it with your daemon, and use your daemon to empower that and gain that gnosis, that wisdom. And yeah. With that, guys, I hope you have a beautiful day. This is a video on the daemon, understanding it, becoming it, and how you can use it to become your greatest version. With that, Peace, guys. Have a beautiful day.